Alright guys, so how's it going today? So, yeah, not much is going on. She's obviously dark out. But yeah, so went to the farm today just to check up on the cows and wanted to look at the tractor, my tractor. So, yeah. So, the 400 still has that little problem, but I forget what it was, but had something to do with the points, I guess, or something. But there's a little spring gizmo that he puts in there, but it's too long or it's too big or something. He says it's not quite right, but I don't know. We can't get the exact ones that we need. He says the gap is correct and whatever else, but he says that it's too long. The metal thing's too long, the curvy, springy thing. So he is going to have to modify them to get them to fit, because I guess nobody sells. I thought Steiner would have sold them, but Steiner doesn't sell them. They do, but they're still the wrong ones. They're the exact same as what we got at the repair shop. So he says that he'll just drill a hole. He'll just move the hole down. He'll just make another hole, and then he says it'll be fine. But he, I guess, put something on, or when he put it all back together, he put a little chunk of plastic or whatever the hell it was, some kind of an insulator, I guess, or something like that. But it's made out of plastic, and I guess it wasn't sitting quite right. And when he went to tighten everything down, he crushed it. So went back to the repair shop. They don't have such a thing, and they can't get it, which I think they could. It's just that they don't want to do business with other people. So, but whatever. No big deal. So, but we found that part, that little plastic insulator thingy on Steiner's. The prices went up, I can tell you that. Because I have a book from many years ago from them, and that part was $4. And it went up $1. So now it's $5. What's so freaking stupid is that's all he needs, is just that little plastic doohickey. Okay, so the thing is $5. There's $1.50 for tax, and then their smallest shipping is $10. So we're paying more for shipping and handling than we are of the damn item. It's kind of stupid, I think, but whatever. That's for their cheapest shipping anyway, because he's not in a huge hurry for it. So, but yeah, so we managed to find that. We think it looks the same, but if it's going to, it'll probably fit. I don't know, but whatever. It's his tractor, his problem. I got my own tractor that I'm dealing with right now. So I know somebody was saying, can't remember who, was saying to get the serial number off my tractor, and then I should be able to kind of eliminate some tractors, okay, based on serial numbers. So apparently they only, how do you frickin' word this? It goes up to 107th thousandth tractor. So 107,000, and a little over. And then that's where they change it again. So the first 107,000 basically had one set of wiring, and then the next serial numbers after that, above that, apparently they changed over to a different part number, or a different system now. So I can't remember who said it. I think it was Risty Six or somebody that said that you'd be able to tell by looking at your serial number. So, but here's the thing, and this is kind of BS, because apparently my serial number is only, I think it was like 62,000 or something like that. So she's a pretty, if it's correct, she'd be a pretty young tractor. Well, for being what, a 78 or 79. So here is, this is the what is this? Parts book for the tractor. So apparently my tractor would be 62,085. So 62,085, 85th tractor to be built. So apparently anything 107,000th and some change tractors would require different crap from the ones above that. So that's how I'm guessing. So somebody, like I said, I can't remember, somebody said that if you're under that number, anything under that, you'd be okay. You'd have to find what's under. So basically, like how they mark it here in the book. So if I'm looking for a part, now actually I am looking for a blower motor. So most likely $1,000. I'm never gonna frickin' find it now. So, well, we'll use this for an example because this is just good enough. So I don't know how this would go. Let's see here. So I don't know if that would be the, that can't be to 200,000. That would be, that would be 20,000. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird how they do it, but that's a little bit different. Let's just find the air conditioning, because I know that better than I do the other stuff, because it's all different. So well, we're getting close. Because, yeah, here. So, like here. Now, there's 2 pages. Yeah. Now there's technically 3, but it ain't gonna really matter. So right here, it says, if you look at the blower motor, okay, that would be number 5 in this book. Doesn't really say, where the hell is it now? So it would be, how come it doesn't say how many wires are on here? That's weird. Some say how many wires are on here and some don't, so that's another confusing thing. It's so freaking, I mean, this is stupid. I'm not a, whoever designed this book's a fucking idiot, but then again, it could just be me being a fucking idiot and understanding this, right? So, like, here, if you want a blower motor, what about this one? Yeah, so if you want a blower motor, it would be number 6, and they have a -4 dash, which I'm guessing is the number of wires. Okay, that would be number 6. This would fit tractors below serial number 107,806. So, I guess that's apparently how I'm understanding it, but I mean, you guys can tell me if I'm, I mean, it takes my brain a long time to process stuff like this, but I'm figuring it out. So, apparently, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. It just don't. So, but then when you go, like I said here it says, what is, that's the bracket. It says here, tractors under that, And mine, I think mine would qualify as under the 100,000th because it's only the 62,000th tractor to be built and some change. So apparently my tractor would require the 4-wire system. Now, I'll show you. Now you guys can point out what I'm misunderstanding. So I'll let the camera adjust. So here's the blower motor. And of course here's the little blower fans that I need to get too. So you look at it, number 6 in the catalog. Number 6 in the catalog. And see, it's got a dash, 4 dash. I'm just kind of taking it as that's probably a 4-wire system because the other one, which was kind of the same thing, said a 2. I wish they would actually put like 4-wire, you know, use words instead of just dashes, because I don't know what that means. So, but anyways, let's see here. So that one was a 4-wire, and if you look at this one, again, this one's also under the 100,000th one. You look at number 5. Let's see here. Number 5. See, then again, it doesn't show, you know, like frickin'. That's not it either. So sometimes they don't show the number of wiring, and you can't go by the stinking picture because they use the same picture over and over again. They don't exactly. They just don't. It's stupid. And then here, you can't go by this because this would be the 107,000th and above. So, and then if you look at it for funsies, 6, apparently it would be a 4-wire system. But it, I mean, from what I'm hearing, again, this is just so damn confusing that even I think I'm having my brain's melting. I mean, the way it was working in my brain earlier, it sounds like some tractors, even under the 107,000th tractor built, would still have either the 2 or 4 wiring system. It's like they didn't just stop and then change it, you know? So that's where it's, you know, confusing. So it doesn't matter because apparently both tractors took the same thing up to a certain point, even though they were supposed to have stopped. So I mean, I don't know. So the best thing that I can do, because this book is not helping me in any, because this is not, I don't think this is not the original book. I mean, you want the original book, you probably would have to go to Case IH, or these I think were just like aftermarket books. They're supposed to somewhat copy the originals and be cheaper, but I don't know. If you want the original books from Case IH, they're like $100. So, but I think the best thing I'm going to have to do, and just to save myself the bullshit and the confusion of trying to figure all this wiring mess out, is just to climb up to the top of the roof, pull the cover off, see how many wires come out of my fan. If I got a 4 or a 2, then I know what to do right then and there. Now, another thing is, I want to make up a hose loop. It's just a hose loop. Basically, what that allows me to do is it allows me to turn on a hydraulic remote to have, you know, constant flow, to warm the hydraulics up quicker, because the last time that I used the tractor to feed hay, the tractor wasn't quite ready yet, because even though it was clean coming out of the stack, you know, it was running smoothly, you know, the engine was obviously getting warm, but the transmission was nowhere near ready to go yet, because when I would push the clutch in and then shift into gear, you know, either high or low, it doesn't really matter, it'll kick it out of gear and then it'll start grinding. So that's telling me that the hydraulics ain't warmed up yet, because everything's hydraulic on these tractors. Steering, 3-point hitch, your remotes, your clutch is all hydraulically driven. So, well, the clutch, I think, it's just hydraulic pressure. You know, that's for smooth, easy in and out. But yeah, so I don't know. But I wanted to make a hose up, and I know that I had a viewer, well, it's actually a South Saskatchewan farmer that said use a 1/2 inch hose, and well, I can have it. I'm pretty sure that those people over there can make me up a 1/2 inch hose, but you would have to choose how long you would want it to be. And I imagine a couple of feet would be long enough. But the problem is with my tractor is it still has the original international ends, you know, in the tractor. So they're not Pioneer or anything like that. I know that you can get a Pioneer kit to upgrade them. I probably will do that at some point as well, but they're expensive. They're almost $200 for just one kit, and that would just do one valve. So, and I got 3. So I was looking online to see maybe who would sell international ends. I mean, you probably could go to KSIH. They probably would still sell them, but we're never getting to a dealer anytime soon. So I was looking around online, and apparently this company makes them. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of them or not. I've never heard of them, but they actually look like a really good business. They're kind of like, well, not exactly like R tractors, but they have more stuff in stock. They have more stuff that's dedicated to attachments, whereas Steiner and R tractors, they just do mostly tractors. They don't do attachments. So like if you're looking for a disc blade for a disc, they'd probably have it. These people here, I'll show you. So these are the people that I'm thinking about doing business with. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them. Whatever. This is a 2019 calendar. I just got it a couple days ago. It didn't take them long to send that out though, which is surprising because I've requested catalogs from other fucking people and they still haven't shown up yet. I don't think they ever will because I've done that like a month ago. So might have to. It probably got lost in the mail. I've heard about freaking camera. I've heard about mail being stolen and then just thrown in the trash. So yeah, you guys can just whatever. Sit crooked. Now these people also sell the blower motors for these tractors, but I'm not going to order them from these people because they don't sell the fans as well. But R Tractor does. So when I figure out the right kind of blower motor that I need for my tractor, I'm just going to order it from them because they sell the two and the 4-wire systems and the aluminum fans that I need, because I need new ones of those too. Because obviously, if you guys remember, a couple of years ago, a piece tried to take my head off. Yeah. So anyways, they sell lights and stuff. They got stuff here for all kinds of tractors, just like Steiner would. But I think this book's more for smarter people because the way they got things kind of labeled, it's not really meant for dumb people. But yeah, they sell the blower motors here. I got it labeled or bookmarked with a sticky thing, but yeah, and see, another problem with here too is with these people is that they don't say, if I can find it again now. Yeah, they don't do, well, I don't think that's right either. Yeah, because they don't really have it labeled here very well to what fits what. It's just kind of like all half-assed. So here they say 2-wire system. It will fit a 1586. So yeah, it'll work with tractors. If you're looking at the 2-wire system, it'll work with tractors above the 107,807 tractors. So nothing under that. So But then you go to the 4-wire system, they don't tell me what tractor that'll fit through. But they do for the combines. So if you got a combine, a Case IH or JI case, whatever the hell they got out there nowadays, well, if you happen to have a 915, it'll work with the serial number 1865 and up. That's the serial number for the Case IH combines. You know, the older ones. This isn't the newer ones. Newer ones are at the bottom. Older ones are at the top, and the newer ones are at the bottom. And then they got John Deere, of course. But so I don't know. It's kind of, with these people, it's confusing. So I think instead of just dicking around trying to figure out what the hell it is, come spring, I'm probably just going to climb on top of the roof, pull the cover off, and that'll tell me what I need to do, because it's obviously I'm not getting anywhere with the books, because they don't really explain anything. I don't know what parts are going to work to what, because they don't explain it. So I don't know. So where's Case IH again? Here it is. So yeah, I don't know. So I'm guessing well, if they're saying that part number 44505, which is a 2-wire system, that would work with tractors that are the 107,000s and above. So then I'm guessing part number 44500, which is a 4-wire system, maybe that would work then, you know, because they're not saying anything about a smaller, they're not saying anything under that, they're not saying anything above that either. So it's like, is 44500 the correct one then? Because that's kind of cheap for that. But because 44505 saying that they'll work with tractors above that, but then 44500 doesn't say anything, except when you get to the combines. So 44500, let's just say if that was correct. They don't have a picture over here, do they? Nope, no picture. So, well, it's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. Same thing, it's just it has less wiring, or has more wiring actually. So then, if I'm under the 107,000th tractor, because technically I'm 62,000, apparently from what the plate said, that would be right then, wouldn't it? That it would be the 4-wire system then. But if you get the 4-wire system, where the hell it was again? Yeah, the 4-wire system's cheaper actually. It's surprising. That's surprising. But anyways, you guys can figure that one out for me. You guys are smarter than I am. I'm still learning as I'm going. Apparently I'm a fucking idiot, like my trolls tell me I am. Well, that's fine. It's called learning. That's how you learn shit, you know. When it comes to farming stuff, I am kind of more willing to learn than I am being a computer nerd, you know. I mean, I like computers. I like to use them. I don't like to fix them. So I usually always left it up to my sister to fix them, because she is the computer nerd. She knows a lot about computers, more than me at least. I've blown up a lot of computers in my time. So now onto the couplers. So, oh yeah, well, they do sell. They actually sell loader control valves too, which is quite interesting, but I like the other ones better. These are made by Prince anyway, but getting off topic again. Stop that! So, yeah, nobody cares about that. I don't know what the hell it was. But they show in the book the conversion kit that you can get to upgrade to Pioneer instead of International. And I've already seen a video on it. So it's honestly it's not that bad watching the video. I like to see videos on people doing it before I do it, because at least I know what I'm dealing with. So, and it has to be a fairly well detailed video, not just said, this is what it looks like before, and here's the after. You know, you got to show tearing it apart. So, now, this is where I think Pioneer makes these ends. But, I mean, I don't know, but, because I've looked up another company that sells these ends, and they actually said, because the other company was better at it, but they actually had a part number for the hydraulic remotes, like where you actually plug the hoses into. They have a number too, right? So I looked that up in the book, and my tractor would have that. If I'm under the 107,000th tractor, that would be correct then. And in order to fit these, because apparently these are international ends, even though they're made by Pioneer. So the young guy says that they're still making international ends, and they're also making John Deere ends. But you can get the kit, you know, to convert it over to Pioneer. So if you own equipment that's only just Pioneer, or if you're, you know, you have a friend that's running Pioneer, you can upgrade your tractor if you're still running international, and then you can farm along with your buddy, you know, or whatever. You know, it's a kit. You can do that. So, but since I still have international ends, I plan on sticking with them for a while. I was probably just going to order, have a hose made up, and then get some international ends that will fit. So apparently, from what this company says, that this one here I'm going to show you would be the correct one to fit international plugs. These are not Pioneer, they're international, but they're made by Pioneer. So I don't know how good this glare will show up. Well, you don't want to see the glare, but so apparently right here. So if you look at it, you know, you can't even see that. So the number 5070-4, right above my thumb. Okay, that's an international male tip 1/2-inch pipe, which means it would fit to a 1/2-inch hose. And here's what it looks like right here. So they put a nice picture there. Now, of course, online you can see better. They just did it in black and white to be cheap about it, but whatever. Does that actually look like an international end? I mean, yeah, it says international, but I mean, this is, you know, it says Pioneer up there, so this is kind of somewhat confusing to me, but that's what you guys are for. I mean, if that's truly an international end, because they're expensive as fuck. I mean, apparently that's what it would look like, and you think that would actually fit an international end, huh? 5070-4. So, but it's made by Pioneer apparently, but I was getting kind of confused, and I'm still somewhat confused, but because I actually thought, the way I was thinking is that it's made like for international tractors that are upgraded to the Pioneer, but I don't want Pioneer ends, I want international ends. So this is where you guys would come in to tell me if I'm correct or wrong. Is that an actual international end that will fit into my ends, into my plugs in the back of my tractor? Because they're still original international harvester ends. They're not Pioneer. They're not, you know, whatever else is out there. They're not John Deere ends. I know that for a fact, because John Deere's is right there. So, and it says it would fit a 1/2-inch pipe. Well, I gotta have a 1/2-inch hose made up. But yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me. Is that correct? Would that fit international's ends, international plugs? Because like I said, I would like to, there again, there's the picture. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on it too well, but right here. I don't know if that would actually fit or not. So, you guys tell me what you think. I mean, because the way they got that labeled, if they would have put in like international, it would fit international ends, then I would, it would be more easier for me to understand, but they don't. So, but yeah, so I don't know. You guys tell me. But they do have, like I said, the conversion kit, to switch over to Pioneer, but which I need to do anyway at some point, because you can probably still get the international kit, but my valves leak, or where you plug the hoses in, they do leak when they're being used. They're not, it's not spraying out, but there's a drip there here and there, especially from when I was chisel plowing, and then when the young guy was cultivating with it. You could tell she was getting a little damp there in the back. So, but you would have to get a kit to rebuild that, and I suppose that would come from Case IH, because I don't think these people sell it. But yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think, if that sounds right or not. Actually, I'm gonna do that, I guess. Let me know if I'm thinking right or if I'm thinking wrong, or tell me what I'm thinking, or tell me what you're thinking, because I don't want to spend a shit ton of money and I get the wrong stuff. That's just kind of that's what's a freaking pain in the ass towards me. So, I mean, if that's correct, that 5074-4 would fit an actual international end, then I'd be good then, because I don't think that gas station would sell them. He probably would sell Pioneer, but I don't want Pioneer ends. I want international ends. Even though these are made by Pioneer, they're I want the international ends. I want the ones that will fit my tractor. So, but like I said, they do have the conversion kit available, but they're expensive. Way too much money right now. And I'd rather just get a little 2-foot hose made up, put some ends on it, the correct ones, and then stick them in there so I can warm my tractor's hydraulics up a little quicker, because everything feeds off that. I mean, basically your rear end is your oil tank. Your steering, your hydraulic remotes, your clutch, your brakes, everything comes off, sucks out of that. Basically your rear end. So, by warming that oil up quicker by turning on a valve would be a lot better. So you're not moving a lot of oil at one time, but you're moving enough. You let it run for 20 minutes, with the valve open, letting it constantly flow oil back in. Basically what you're kind of doing, another way you can look at it, is just like you're mixing the oil, but you're working the pump too, so the pump would heat up. And then as the pump heats up, it'll heat up the oil, and then eventually it'll just heat up the rear end enough, So I've seen other people do that. They make that little jumper hose or whatever, and then they just plug it in. It's just like a little 2-foot section of hose, and put your correct ends on, plug them in, and turn your valve on. Or your remote, push your remote forward or reverse, whatever. And that's what I want to do. I want to get a hose made up for that, because I'm going to need it regardless. Because if I do put a loader on that thing at some point in life, I'm going to want a way to heat up the oil quicker, so that I'm not spending all day waiting for the tractor to heat up. So, and I don't want slow hydraulics when the loader does need to be used. So, well, you guys tell me. Let me know what you think, if I read everything correctly, or if I'm just a big old idiot. But whatever. So I'm not a professional at this. I'm pretty much learning as I go. So learn as you go. That's pretty much the only way that's going to work. So, but yeah, they got other stuff in this book too. So if you guys want a book from them, you can go to their website, and then you can order one. Oh, apparently they're on YouTube too. I didn't know that. I'll have to go find them then. So, but yeah, so that's their fancy catalog. But let me know if I got any of that right, or if I'm wrong about something. Let me know. Make sure you explain it in a stupid way so I understand it better. So, but yeah. So anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to pretty much take off. I don't want to yank you up too much, so. Yeah, so anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.